All right. So back in the day, back in the day,
Back.
actually we kind of know each other few months ago lah.
Mm-mm.
Huh? But somehow we kind of connected, I think because of age. Yeah.
I could agree.
The
Yeah.
age, we are wiser gitu kan. So we have a lot of things, like the phase of our life is about something quite similar. Yeah, so that's how we very much anything we just come together. It's easier for us to communicate, and we just open up things lah quite easily, to compare with others lah. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so that's how I get to know him, and then till now lah. That's why I keep on emphasizing that working with him is so easy, and it just smoothen the day lah for some reason. I don't know why lah. It's just very easy to get
Wah,
along with Fai.
sweating
Yeah.
gede.
Alamak sweating. Alamak. Dia tahan dia punya compliment tu. Ha. All right. So this for this, right? I don't want to say session. What I want to, I almost want to say session. I don't want to say it's not session. It's conversation.
It's composition.
We want to talk about time that we invested.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about investing money. It's about time, particularly. Yeah. So if I were to look into the time that I invested a lot is, I think more on education, continuing education. Next is personal development, and also the people that I cross path with lah. So I think these three things I've learned a lot, which I will share later part. How about you?
For myself, I think same goes, but for education wise, I think for me it's a bit different. It's not that I pursue in what they call it the paper based education, but it's more of getting hold of more of skills. Yeah, so that's the different part. But I still label as education because I'm learning something.
Uh,
Another thing same goes with you also, Rashab. I think meeting people
uh,
along the way because all I can say previously I wasn't like someone that is very like go out there and meet people, that kind of thing, because technically I'm quite a very reserved fella. uh,
uh,
yeah, I'll just be on my comfortable in my own shell, then have a very close or small group. But then as I go over, as over time, then that's when I go out there and still meet people. But I'm still reserved as a person. But still right now, still like I'm happy to meet people that, and for me also I would like, as long they they are honest and trust, honest and truthful. I would just enjoy that kind of company, and yeah, that's how that's normally how I invest my time in a way. Yeah.
uh. And then talking about continuing education, it's not really that I go upstreams in the sense of like the mainstream of the academic. I did not. I stopped at N level, and then I got the opportunity to pursue further in ITE. But back in 2003, if I could recall, there's
Uh,
only like very few opportunities lah. So I was given
yeah.
the option to go to either retail course or administrative. And both of it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to go there and study this course for 2 3 years. I can't imagine myself to go through this. So what I decided to do is like, first thing, I always have the determination to continue study. I don't know why. Maybe I just explore, or I just love new things, especially getting new, gain more knowledge lah. So I opt for a private diploma course in makeup and artistry. So the artistry, yeah, for a year plus. But uh Church guy, aku almost kena con. The reason being, after I about to end my course, and then it's examination period lah. So I was told to fork out another $600. I have paid a few thousand, for the course. So they said, oh, because for the examination is a separate amount, but they only told me quite nearer to the examination date lah. Then I felt that, how come this thing didn't get to the bottom at the first during the first application? Why
Yeah.
you told me like towards the examination period. It's very unfair lah. Where I'm gonna get the money from, you know?
True.
It's
And
like I work so hard to save and then pay for the few thousand costs, and then this is how you gonna inform me about the exam costs? So I end up drop out, you know. And eventually afterwards, what I heard is that that course is under government funding, whereby you only can, I mean, you can pay 20%. It will be funded about 80% of the course fund lah. But that is after I left. So for me, it's like, oh my God, why did it happen? It just gone wasted. But I got the knowledge. I don't have the paper.
that's another thing, eh?
That's another
That's another
thing.
thing also.
Again, it doesn't stop me, and I got into a job, I would say my first career. That's where they will push me to go for further trainings and courses. At first, I was skeptical for short courses because it's like at the end of the day, it's just a certificate of attendance or achievement. Where is it going to bring me to? But eventually, it built my confidence. It built me to be more better than where I used to be, and I get to like know more people out there. I know more shy. I mean, I'm extroverted lah, but when it comes to like a professional level, it's a different kind of communication one. So
Yeah.
I learned about that. I learned about networking, and I do a lot of outreach. That's why I meet a lot of clients and how to handle customers and stuff. So gradually become better and better. Ke tahap, that one will be another part that I will story later. But how about you? How about you when it comes to education or skills training?
Like for myself, I mean, I can say I'm quite fortunate in a way. After completing my O levels, I managed to scrape through, to enter polytechnic and go through Republic Poly and graduate from diploma in infotech. So but in terms of like continuing from there, I didn't pursue much because I think I was more into wanting to start my career ASAP, So that's when once I got into career whatsoever, I just so-called explore from there. So then that's when I see a lot of the different the different levels, or the all your other colleagues, how they go about. Some of them they are they're either taking the second diploma. Every people have their own priorities and their own missions or targets. Then you see some of the colleagues they pursue their degree. Some of them they just they say I'm contented with whatever I'm having. I want to stay where am I where I am. Then whereas for myself is that I look into this opportunity because for me it's just I want to just take up skills as much as I can, so I am at the lowest cost as possible. Meaning I want to learn something but low cost, but it will benefit me. So that's when I look at these short courses, or some courses sometimes they are a bit, can say quite cheap, but it really like when I go through it, not bad lah. So one of it, I think Infamous. I think most people in my team or previously when I work with Microsoft Office skill or Excel, to be honest, something that I explore to the max for past years. From going through basic to intermediate to advanced. So I explore towards that, and even until now, I still continue to refresh and learn. Not because I'm a Excel nerd or what. No. It's just for me. I find that I find this Excel engine is so useful in doing work, make my work or doing the whatever tasks I need to do fast and efficient, and so managed to get some of the tricks of this Excel is really benefiting. Then so it really like quicken the day for you and quicken the day whenever I need to do some tasks. So that's a particular skill. But other than that, like some other short courses, I do have fun, like taking up courses how to how to draw is something that even though I learned how to draw during my secondary school, during my upper sec, but then I still continue to learn until today. Like even going through online courses where just the teacher or the trainer is just on video. It's still, for me, I think it's still good enough. Then all at the end of the day, I get the skill that is needed, and I can do something with it lah. Basically, I can just create a portfolio on my Instagram or in ArtStation or DeviantArt, something like that. So I still can continue to do it. And yeah, there you go.
There you go. Dia ingat di IGTV ni tau, at work.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got used to it, and I got used to it.
Oh my gosh. Need to like break that.
Yeah. Yeah, so talking about that, I think kind of grew a lot from the skills that we gain and the knowledge
Yeah.
that we gain from people, the insights. I think the next thing that I go through is in my previous organization where I worked there for about 7 years. And my first few years was a hell because I was in my mid 20s, and I'm a very, very, how do I say this word? Livable. Is there such a word? Yeah. I'm
Can
crazy. I have a lot of energy in me. Apa?
can I say maybe like the apa, Alicia Keys yang lagu
Apa tu
This
nama dia?
girl is on fire.
They're
Something
on
like that.
fire. Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah, yeah.
like literally walk right.
Right. And I have apa ni kata orang passion in dance. It's like it's in my blood. Okay.
Ah,
If back in the days, I like to party a lot, to be honest. And I kind of converted when I got in my mid 20s lah. It happens because that's where I work with youth, and these youth actually show a lot of talents in front of me. I was like, "Korang tahu joget? Like I also know how to dance." Yeah, all the b-boys are. They're like, yeah, lah, of course why I say, okay lah, why not we merge Because I also know how to dance, you guys know, and then we'll do something out of it lah. So that's how I created a group, and and I managed to kind of manage it for 5 years, for a good 5 years with them. So what happened initially is I have difficulty to break even or be, how to say, balance out between my passion and as a youth worker or as a professional level. Because when I was told to work, eventually you will see me dancing in front of the mirror. So, and I have this one boss. Apparently,
huh?
we have only few staffs in that center, and I'm like she always see me as like a mentee also. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So aside from being seeing me as a manager and staff, or how do you say, employee kind of relationship,
Relationship.
it's more than that. Like she's like a mentor to me. Okay. She can wear different hats altogether. She can be my mother, she can be my sister, she can be my supervisor, she can just be my mentor also. So as much as she's using a lot of roles and hats to manage this one girl on fire ni, is very hard for her, then I also struggle to understand her. Why can't she just understand that this is how I work with the youth, and sometimes I just have to invest my time to work along with this youth. If they love dance, and I have to dance with them, so to know that I'm genuine, I want to connect with them and bring them to the next level. But at the same time, she will shout at me, Zam, you're supposed to do your work, we didn't do your work. I call you many times, you never answer the phone. Why you go and dance? Dia macam tiri gitu, aku terasa. Sometimes I got confused. This one is my mother or this one my manager, But she always have good intentions, and she really want me to grow,
Itu
to
apa?
learn.
Tough love tough love.
Tough love
Hmm.
gitu.
Hmm.
And there will be times that I merajuk on the this love and relationship lah, me and her. But she is a person that who are willing to invest a lot of her time for me. We came from different background, different race. She don't care, and she just want to mold me to be in a way that becoming a better mentor, a better youth worker in a sense. If I were to pursue myself as a social worker, she want me to get there. So before I got to get there, I must know where to balance off my work, like my work and my commitment with the youth. It took a while. It took me a few years to just understand everything what she's trying to do. Yeah, I got a lot of scolding. I cry, a lot of meltdown. There's a lot of clash between us. But if without her, I won't be where I am now. So even she left, I kind of continue her legendary gitu. After 5 years, earlier than that, she left already lah. Her background is very much of mass comm or design, in architecture lah. She come into social service because she got a big heart and she want to help out lah with the different target group. For me, memang I work along with you for some time already. Yeah. So the way she mold me, I tell you, her intention, her attention, 110% or 200% for me lah. Yeah, on top of other stuff. For some reason, I don't know why. I think she see a lot of potential in me. Though I'm very stubborn, but she managed to mold me lah. So I owe her a lot actually until now lah. Until now we stay in contact. Yeah, so that's one that I look up to. Second experience would be my experience with the more how to say these people a mentor, okay, that I always be part of the support group. So we have it once a month, and I remember that I was the youngest at that point of time. And we were doing a lot of sharing lah. So when my turn to share my part that okay, this is my experience with youth, this is how I dealt with it. Diorang mesti pandang rendah because I'm the youngest. For them, it's like I'm lack of experience, and they have a lot to comment on me. So from there onwards, right, just because okay, those mentor can be my supervisor, can be my director, or it really like managerial level. So you mean they play the cards, and also they look down because again I'm the youngest and lack of experience at that point of time lah. So that even make me want to be better. Like I'm gonna prove you like I'm a good mentor. Yeah. So that drives me like that's why it drives me to really continue working with the youth and be very much committed to whatever they are doing in their life. And if you were to get their testimonials of my youth now, I'm glad that they learned something from me lah through their life. To be honest, youth will never change on the spot. They will take years and then they think, so last time what you did to me actually create an impact. Now then I remember why you did what you did. I understand why you did what you did. And with that case, right, macam, how to say even though it took a while, but at the point of time, what I did for them, it's at that point of time they can see. It's just that they cannot apply it.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, it takes them at their adulthood in their 20s now. When I talk to them, they appreciate it lah. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long journey for youth workers. It's not like a few months or a year. No, it's not gonna work that way. It's a relationship that you build. It's a commitment that you go through in their journey, and it takes years. Yeah, so that's how I am lah. More to be a mentor.
I got to agree with it. Yeah.
How about you, Fai?
True lah. I mean, like what you mentioned is true. Like, honestly, any youth workers out there, even us or whoever out there, we are not magicians that instantly we can just change the youth just like that within a split second, within a few months, a few weeks. No lah. Even how I can evaluate it is I just look in the mirror myself. Even when I'm younger or when I was young, then it certain things that like, and even then those people who advise, which is when I think back, is actually the mentors that I myself I meet, the advices they give. You kind of like you look at them like I kind of know what you're trying to advise me, but I am not willing to accept or take it yet. But then when I think through, when in my late 20s or my middle 20s, and basically once I start working already, it for me is just like
it hits you.
Sense. Yeah, for me it's like makes sense. If I were to teleport back to the time when I met that guy, I will stand beside that guy and say, you better listen. Yeah.
True.
So yeah, it's I got to agree. Like you say, it requires patience, and because it requires the time, and requires this, I call it the process, as they go through the few years in for the guys, they go national service, and after that they go a phase of doing the part-time job, and it's always this kind of phases, and then for the girls, they maybe perhaps they continue to study, or some of them they start working straight. It's all these particular phases that they go through is the discovery to the aha moment, like actually the particular time.
The awakening call, they say.
Yes, I call it, yes.
Right. Yeah, because recently when I interviewed one of my youth, back then he was maybe that back then when I knew him, he's like 18, now he's 26 lah. So he's like, hey, yeah, I remember those days where you were there, like has like a good support system, like an umbrella to us. If anything happened to us, you were there and always occupied us with things because you don't want us to be involved in anything else that is considered as a bad activity or unhealthy activity, and you always occupy us with something, which is dance lah. Yeah. So that's how they got distracted a lot, and I always create a platform for them to have fun on the same time, get together. And if like I'm the only working adult at that point of time, so all of them are students, and sometimes when we go out, they don't even have enough money for food or drinks, so sometimes if during my payday, I will just belanja them lah. So with that, they are contented lah. They appreciate it really, and at times when we get together, I mean, dancing requires a lot of energy, all this, right? So I will just offer drinks aside and just have it lah. So I think small things they remember, and how I really set aside my time, my personal time, But the thing is, I also have that passion, so it kind of like we have common interests to do something together, like out of my work scope. Yeah. So I see how the difference from being the teens and now they're in their 20s, and I'm glad that all are becoming good lah. Meaning it's either they are married now, Lakap benda lah, ada dah married, ada with kids, they got a good career, they're leading a better life. I'm glad lah they are in the right track. So yeah, it's very nice to see the impact after close to a decade. See, it comes later lah, really.
And there you go. Basically whatever phases they went through, they actually invested, or the time that they go through, and this is the so-called like the all I can say, the position they are in right now. Is sometimes we don't notice it. Like, I myself also, I evaluate that way. Like going through poly, then after that not too sure what where to go next. Then got some some very nice chap that I don't appreciate, then not giving me advice, but then you give that kind of look like, okay, so not the time yet for all this advice. Then go to national service, then after that go to do some odd jobs or some part-time jobs. Then then after that go through some a proper full-time job. So this actually is all the investment in time without you knowing, because we always pay attention, like the investment of time that we put aside, because we like we commit to it. I want to sign this course, I want to take up these skills, I want to take this, I want to take that. But then there's some of the investment of time that we didn't take notice, because we are actually going through the process of it, and it's actually benefiting you without you knowing, because we always take note of the time that we invested in, energy invested, then we see the result of it, whatever that we went through without seeing it. Actually, technically we are growing, but we don't see it.
That is very true.
Suddenly it just came to me.
I think also because if you are enjoying the process, though there will be obstacles and challenges, definitely there is, but because you like what you do and time flies, whatever you are committed to at a point of time, you don't really feel it. You feel that on day by day basis, but in overall, you felt that it's worth investing. So it's the outcome will come later to see whether it's worth dying for it, but actually it is lah.
Yes.
For me, I no regrets at all. No matter how stubborn back then, I don't want to listen much to some people, but I'm glad actually for now, right, for this generation, to compare with mine, I told you it took like years for me to get someone to mold me or give me a really good advice to reevaluate my work performance, my personal growth, of me becoming better in my all areas of life lah. So it just took someone to understand you and willing to go through the journey with you, and fortunate, like nowadays there is many mentors or people out there to really help the youth out there lah. But it's really whether are they willing to open up with the people who are willing to help them lah. It's really, for me out there, it's like when I'm in my teens, there's no one at all. It really took a while.
I got to agree with you, Asha. In a way, I think when during, I can say, I think this part I can legitimately say during our time, it's either we don't have like this so-called like this mentoring system or whatever. It's either you met people, you will meet some people who will just they see you, they say, okay, maybe this guy maybe can eat some advice one. I see the face can eat advice one. So give some kind of thing. So if you're really fortunate, you will come across people. But I mean everyone will come across, because we have people, or the so-called the senior or the older chaps, the more experienced chap will come to you. But tendency during my time or Sharp's time is that it's really the very tough love one. So they will give you, it's like, take it or leave it, that kind of thing. So basically, like they say, I give you hot tea, you drink. Like, okay.
betul.
Yeah. So whereas for now, it's really, I think it's there's more of a very proper system. Basically, it's it allows you to freedom to to decide, that kind of thing. So now it's like you're getting all form of so-called areas of views and different perspective, alternatives. So right now is, I think, is different context. So but still I feel that try not to like let it pass, or not taking, or like grabbing these opportunities that is that's being shared. Possibly some of them, I think still some people give you a tough love, or the very tough way of mentoring. Don't turn it down just like that, because sometimes it these are, for me, I still call it like free knowledge, or free insights people are giving you. So for me, I feel that why don't just grab it, and who knows, down the road, 10 years time, 5 years time, 15 years time, 20 years time, and
Yeah.
you can just have the aha moment.
Yeah. Just striking you like, oh, actually what he or she is doing for me just makes sense back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took a while. But yeah, we understand. We go through that phase as well.
Yes, until now.
But but the difference is tough love, and we kind of open up lah, because we want to see the world. We want to see a widened lens, not just at one way or another way. We want to see everything. So that's why we are very open to other people advice lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.